What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Izzy's Retro Video Game Reviews. And are you guys ready to go big? And yeah, and by that I mean we're going to be talking about a game from EA Sports Big, and that is 2003's NFL Street. But before I get into my memories of NFL Street and all of that good stuff, let's take a look at the trailer.
EA Sports. There are no coaches. There are no stadiums. We play where we want, how we want. This is style over strategy. No timeouts, no sidelines. Out here, we play both sides of the ball. This is flash over fundamentals. We play by our rules. So get ready, because this is who we really are. This is our game.
All right, so that bring back memories, man. So the Street series was very big back in the early 2000s for EA Sports Big, man. Of course, you had NBA Street, then you had NFL Street, which we're going to be talking about today, and its subsequent sequels. Then you also had FIFA Street. But yeah, so back before the days where EA took over the NFL franchise entirely, and there were plenty of other NFL games on the market. EA Sports Big wanted to make a game that stood out amongst the simulation counterparts like Madden and NFL 2K, and they decided to come up with NFL Street. Now, NFL Street capitalized off of the success of its predecessor, NBA Street, and delivered that 3-on-3 arcade action, man. Of course, this wasn't the first time that the NFL dove into the arcade foray. Of course, you had NFL Blitz that came out a few years prior to this, but this one was more grounded and a little bit different. So in NFL Blitz, you could apply late hits and all of that stuff, but you couldn't make flashy passes or anything like that. But NFL Street, you could do all of that. You can apply like devastating hits. You can catch uncatchable passes that would never happen in a simulation game, quite frankly. But you can run up the walls, run up the side of walls and catch passes. Just everything, man. And unlike NBA Street, you had game breakers on both sides of the ball. Like in NBA Street, you only had an offensive game breaker that could be blocked if you timed it correctly, but in NFL Street you had both an offensive and defensive game breaker. So if you used your game breaker on defense, you would kind of force a fumble or force a turnover, and if you used it on offense after filling your meter by doing style moves just like NBA Street, you would catch like I said on real passes like the animations for the game breaker were so cool, and I remember just playing the game and just being in awe, man. And back then in like 2003 when I was a freshman in high school when this came out. So this was January. This was January of 2003, I believe. And so I wasn't really watching football back then. Of course, everybody heard of football, Tom Brady and all that, but wasn't really watching football. And the first team I picked was the Giants, man. Of course, you had Jason. I mean, not Kerry Collins. Uh, Tiki Barber and Michael Strahan back then. Those were like the big three of the New York Giants back then in that era. But this is before Eli Manning came, a year before. But what do you call it, man? I just remember picking them and just running through the whole story mode where you would unlock where you would play pickup games, and then it's like NBA Street. So you would play pickup games, and then whatever team you beat, you would get to add a player from the team that you beat to your squad, and kind of build the ultimate squad, and then you would also get the chance to play NFL Legends. I remember Ken Stabler being in there, and Deion Sanders, and just a whole bunch of other legends, man. So it was a really really fun game for me to play, and after becoming more familiar with the game of football itself, I I bought the sequels, NFL Street 2 and NFL Street 3, which I'll get into on later episodes of the series if you guys want me to, depending on how well this one does, and let me know down in the comments also. But I remember just having fun with it. I'm a huge fan. I was a huge fan of NBA Street. So when the NFL came out with their own version of it, I just had to get it. I remember for my birthday in 2004, my birthday in 2003, getting NFL Street, and then a month later, Def Jam Vendetta came out. So yeah, good times, good times. What do you call it? But the soundtrack was pretty cool too, man. You had a mix of rap and rock, and my favorite song on the NFL Street soundtrack was Nas and Little John. They did a song called "Quick to Back Down," and yeah, it's a really great song. And I used to play on my pickup games and the games in the story mode to that one song. Like I would turn off every other song, but and just play with that one. But I looked over the soundtrack while doing some research for this. You had some executioners, which was kind of Lincoln, not a subset of Lincoln Park, but they were associated with Lincoln Park. So yeah, they had a bunch of stuff on the soundtrack, and then you had of course Nas and Lil Jon, the song that I just mentioned, and a bunch of other cool rap and rock tracks to bash some heads into, man. But man, I still have my copy of NFL Street, the original one, and I think I have Volume 3 somewhere too. I think I have NFL Street 3 somewhere. But because I remember buying it. But yeah, just a great game and just a great way to pass time, man. The PlayStation 2 had some bangers, bro. But anyway, man, let me know your memories of NFL Street down in the comments, and what teams you guys played with and all that good stuff. But anyway, that is gonna do it for this episode of Izzy's Retro Video Game Reviews. Like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And I, of course, will see you guys on the next one. Peace.